This week on TechRap, Twitter adds native video and group direct messaging features. Snapchat gives power to deliver content back to editorial teams with Discover. And our hands-on with the Lumia 535. Hi, I'm Natashya Gutierrez, and this is TechRap. A key update will soon be available to mobile Twitter users. Twitter announces this week it will roll out a group direct messaging feature and a native video feature that aim to rival messaging apps on the rise. Group direct messaging lets users start conversations with their followers by setting up groups of people to send messages to. Those followers don't need to follow each other in order to chat. The native video editing and sharing lets users take videos up to 30 seconds long for sharing via the Twitter app. The live capture from the app works for both iPhone and Android users, but as of the moment, only Twitter for iPhone users can upload a pre-recorded video. Snapchat has 2 new content offerings for its users. First is Discover, a feature where Snapchat gives the power back to editorial teams. Instead of offering content engaged by your friends and followers, Snapchat's Discover provides a platform for editors and artists to display their stories as these should be told. Snapchat says in Discover, the stories are at the core, offering a carefully curated set of content for its users. To use, tap to open an edition, swipe left to browse snaps, or swipe up on a snap for more. In true Snapchat fashion, the posts will have a limited shelf life. The move reveals Snapchat's media distribution ambitions as it partners with media groups Time, CNN, Comedy Central, BuzzFeed, National Geographic, and more. Snapchat is also launching its first scripted programming called Snapper Hero. The show will feature Vine and YouTube celebrities. The show will have 12 episodes, with each one running for about 100 to 200 seconds. The finances of leading smartphone manufacturers Apple and Samsung take opposite directions. Apple's quarterly profit soars to a record $18 billion on the back of booming iPhone sales, especially in China. The company posts record revenue of $74.6 billion in the 3 months to December 27, selling 74.5 million iPhones. Analysts credit the surge to the freshly released larger screen iPhone 6 models, along with a partnership with China Mobile. Meanwhile, Samsung posts its first drop in annual net profit in 3 years. The Korean company records a net profit of 23.4 trillion won, or $21.45 billion in 2014, down 23.2% from a year ago, and the first decline since 2011. Samsung's mobile phone operations faced intense competition from cut-price Chinese rivals. The company says it plans to slash the number of smartphone models it issues in 2015, while boosting production of remaining models that can be sold more cheaply to compete with Chinese rivals. Sony and Spotify team up as the Swedish music streaming service powers the Japanese company's devices. The deal sees the companies link up in 41 markets. Sony's head of entertainment and business says, quote, "This partnership represents the best in music and the best in gaming coming together." The deal strengthens Spotify's position as the world's biggest music streaming service, as competition from US-based services like Pandora and YouTube Music heats up, with Apple preparing to launch its own service later this year. In December 2014, Microsoft unveiled the first 2 phones with a pure Lumia branding, dropping the Nokia name. One of them is the Lumia 535. Here's Rodneil Quiteles with a hands-on review of the smartphone.
There's no overlooking the new Lumia 535, the first Windows-powered Lumia smartphone without the Nokia branding. That's right, our front and back is a Microsoft logo where the word Nokia used to be. It's a change that was bound to happen sooner or later, following Microsoft's acquisition of Nokia last year. But as they say, what's in the name? The Lumia 535 carries the Lumia DNA through and through, with its solid build, removable backplate, and decent camera. If you're looking for an affordable Windows phone, look no further. At 5,999 pesos or around $136, the 535 is the entry-level Lumia, cutting corners without sacrificing the user experience. We're most impressed with its pair of 5-megapixel cameras. Just like it did with the mid-range Lumia 730, the 535 has a wide-angle selfie camera to fit more people. And if you really feel the need to enhance the way you look, the bundled Lumia Selfie app lets you adjust your features and smoothen out blemishes. We also like the additional real screen S-shape. The 535's display is a good 5 inches, although not the most high-res for this price point. Colors are fine, while viewing angles could be better. The phone is sufficiently powered by a 1.2 GHz quad-core processor with a GB of RAM, double the amount of what was in Microsoft's other low-end phone, the Lumia 630. The 8 GB of onboard storage space is nothing to rave about, but the phone does provide the option to pop in an additional 128 GB micro SD card. Battery life is also an impressive full day and a half with normal use. It's clearly a Windows phone with Skype, Office, OneDrive, Cortana, and OneNote bundled. It's interesting to note that the low-end 535 gets the honor of being the first to carry the Microsoft brand name. Probably not a coincidence, the phone is clearly aligned with Microsoft's eco-like focus on winning over developing markets like the Philippines. In many regards, the Lumia 535 doesn't feel like an entry-level phone. Maybe that's because soon, it won't be. Rodneil Quiteles for TechRap.
And that was TechRap. Follow Rappler on social media, join the conversation online, send us emails if you haven't yet. Subscribe to Rappler's YouTube channel. I'm Natashya Gutierrez. Thanks for dropping by.